welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest. It's the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders. They're on the visiting sideline. Head coach of the Bears, Ben Johnson. These guys coming in refreshed after that early season bye. On the opposing sideline, head coach of the Commanders, Dan Quinn. These guys are ready as they always are to play in front of this home crowd, hoping the extra surge of momentum pays off in a win.
So running down. The side is out. To win it down.
Kate Scott alongside my partner Brock Heward. Cairo Santos to get this one started. And we're off and running from Northwest Stadium. Making some progress here. And he'll go out of bounds after getting it all the way down inside the kicking team's 45.
I'll say it again, Kate. I love these new kickoff rules. This is exactly what we all wanted to see. All of us understood the safety concerns with the kickoff, but we did not want to see this explosive, game-changing play out of the game, and we did. And in fact, in this one, we got to see it right from the jump.
So here they come now to take over on offense. It's last season's Offensive Rookie of the Year at the helm, Brock. What a rookie season he had. Led his team to the conference title game for the first time since 1991. It's Jaden Daniels.
Okay, when you partner a relentless work ethic with elite athleticism, you get Jaden Daniels. He put on an absolute show. One of the best rookie years in the history of the game for a quarterback. And with a work ethic and speed and arm, I don't know why he would ever slow down.
Daniels setting up the play action. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. Drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
That's good for a Washington first down.
There's a dive up the middle. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. For the offense, you got to love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. So here come the Bears as they get set for their debut series. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
As you take the field coming off of a bye week, you really want to take advantage of what you just did. The self-scouting, the evaluating of yourself over the early part of this season, and make sure you capture what you want to do and what you have to do over the rest of the season. You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
First down, Chicago.
I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Staying grounded with Swift. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. And Washington into the dime here, defending pass, 3rd down coming. Well, he laid out for it, but the throw just a little bit too off the mark. So 4th down coming up. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. It's fielded at the 14. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Now Daniels off the play action. He fires one deep down the middle. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
His shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
A gain of 24 yards. That's good for a Washington. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Trying for the deep ball. He's got it inside the 10. Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now and goal to go.
That's another Commanders.
McNichols. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. Here's another for it. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Just 2 yards there on 2nd and goal. And still a ways to go now on 3rd.
Pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Oh man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. It's near impossible to keep them hedged in or corralling behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
Well, field goal would make it 2 scores, Brock, but they want more than that. They're going for it on 4th and goal. Receiver in motion, headed right. Oh, they'll try and run it in. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
I love aggressive defenses, and a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call. But it can work against the pass, or in that case, against the run. Good luck running for the sticks when you've got a whole defense crashing the line of scrimmage off the snap.
Back out comes the Chicago offense for their second drive. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, up to the 30.
First down, Bears.
Williams on first down. He keeps it and takes off.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Here's 2nd and 5. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Yards to go.
Williams from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up to the 44. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Gain of 9 yards. And the Bears first down.
Running behind center with Swift. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
They run the counter with Swift. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
3rd down, here's Williams. He's running for it. Great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down. They're set up at the 35 now. First down, here's Swift. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backward, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. The Commanders have an early lead. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They have 2nd and pretty long here. Working from the gun, Williams. It's taken in by Lomadunze. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
First down throw by Williams. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. On the 24 once again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He can run it. And he will manage a little before being forced into a slide, as that's going to chip something off this upcoming 3rd down. sets him up with a first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. And he has the Chicago touchdown! The Bears can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Caleb Williams, the touchdown! Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, kid, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young, Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. Play action now with Daniels. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Juke the defender. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's good for a Commander's first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Play fake here, Daniels. No left side is caught by Sinnott. And this one doesn't go far. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 43-yard
On the
line.
gun, it's Daniels. Stepping up, and he's going to run. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
It's a gain of 8 and the Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard
And they've got themselves another first and 10. A give now from the gun. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second and 8. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And now on him quickly there after that catch. So the game's going to be to the 34-yard line.
That's another Washington Commanders.
They motion the slot man right.
touchdown.
He gets forward, next back 4 yards. Set to the ground by Kyler Gordon.
Kyler Gordon on the tackle. It's a gain of 5.
They kick the running back in motion. Out of the gun, Daniels. Has him on a quick hitter. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Again, Daniels to the air. Throwing the out route complete. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Terry McLaurin. 4 yards on the pickup.
To throw again, it's Daniels. Steps up and he's running with it. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. And a Washington first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up.
Taken down.
boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held that line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
That's another Washington. First down and goal.
Here he goes on the bootleg.
Maybe on that rapid pay the bills. Long bit, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, play yourself, know your worth. My actions been louder than my words.
Running backward to the 11 as they line up for second and goal. Throwing from the gun. Ertz reels it in. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into third and goal.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Couldn't get it the last two snaps. Another shot at 6 here on third and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. And they get to him again. And the defense a down away from completing this stand. It's fourth and goal.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
36-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Devin Duvernay to return it. Jukes out a one-stop. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Williams to throw on first. Pass cut by Smythe. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Bears pushing for a late spark before halftime. First down, Williams. He finds a Dunze downfield. And he has it into the red. as he reaches that 20-yard line. They run with Swift. And that's going to be a gain of 8 on first down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football and defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Swift, and he fumbled it. And the Commanders pick this one up. So they do take over after the fumble block, but they're doing so in a dangerous spot right near their own end zone.
You know, we could go down on that field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them kids going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he could even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on to it better.
The Commanders head out now late in the first half. Holding just a field goal lead, probably going to see them play it close to the vest in the time we've got remaining. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Rolling back gets the handoff. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they're not going to stop him until he gets out to that 16-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Looking to throw. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Week 6 is here, starting to get a little bit of a sense who the contenders are and who the pretenders are. Let's hop in. Our trip around the NFL starts now. At Lambeau Field in Green Bay, the Packers at home to take on the Bengals. And it's Josh Jacobs. Footwork, agility, speed, power, a brilliant run for the touchdown. The Packers win a wild one. Defense optional here. They go on to get the victory. Next up, how about a trip to Vegas, everybody? Checking in on the Raiders as they host the Tennessee Titans. And this is Geno Smith. Well done here. It's a touchdown. The Raiders get win number 2 as they take care of business in this one. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts hosting the Arizona Cardinals. And this is Michael Wilson. You want instant offense? Try this one on for size. He makes the catch, and then watch him go. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. The Cardinals get it done on the road as they come away with the win. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, our game has lived up to the hype. Just a field goal separates these two teams. 10-7 your score as we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
marked out at what looks like the 24-yard line. Here comes the offense for the Bears to begin the second half. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through. Williams on first down. This is Loveland working the right side. This one up to about the 27-yard line. Marshawn Lattimore up in the secondary for the stop. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Showing play action. Williams. Fournette's got it, left side. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. 2nd and 3 now.
At his own 49-yard line.
Williams on the play action. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. First down, ball at the 36.
A gain of 14. First down, Bears.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Short pass brought in. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 29-yard line.
Here's Williams again. No one open, so he chucks this to another county. 7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3.
3 yards to go.
Again, it's Williams. Pass brought in by Burton. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
First and goal, Chicago.
Johnson. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. So it's going to be 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
It's Johnson again. And this time he mixed it in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown,
The Bears take the lead right away in half number 2. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
Santos now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears take a 4-point lead.
14. Commanders 10.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. He's going to field this at the 2. Escapes a defender. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Now a run here from the gun. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. completed over the middle. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Third and short, Daniels. He takes it himself. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first. New set of downs for him at the 38. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. They're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Washington first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Daniels from the pistol. It's a big strike downfield to Samuel. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
5 more yards. That's another Washington.
Daniels now on first down. Pass cut, 9-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9.
11 more yards. And a Commander's first down.
Daniels setting up the play action. Chased out to his right.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
At the 7-yard line.
From the gun, it's Daniels. He's got it! And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Terry McLaurin
Just a yard away on 3rd and goal. Here's the jumbo package.
brings up 3rd and goal.
McNichols. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal.
No gain on the play.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Leaving the offense out there. It's 4th and goal from the 1. Back to throw it. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders grab the lead on their first series of the half. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Commanders push their lead to 3.
Commanders 17. Bears 14.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's Duvernay on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch your breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Here's Swift to start the drive. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
3rd down. Here's Williams. Has it downfield near the boundary. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Bears first down.
First down, Williams to throw. For 8 yards on the right side. And he's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
Gain of 29 yards. First down, Chicago.
love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack them only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for a 1st and goal. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
First down, Bears.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Williams to throw. Oh no, the ball is loose. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they retain possession, so that's a positive, but that's the end of them, Brock. They've lost yardage on that fumble. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball skills.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play, because that was not good. Brings up 3rd down.
Can't you just know as a quarterback there's situations where you're going to gain the trust of the play caller or quickly lose it? And when you take back-to-back sacks, you've lost the trust of your coordinator. And now on 3rd down.
He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And this drive has come to a screeching halt. 3 straight sacks. That brings up 4th down.
That is a wow. Maybe that's a double wow for me. 2 sacks in the previous 3 snaps. I can really criticize quarterbacks, and too often I do, to get rid of the football, but that is about a defensive effort. Knowing what's on the line when you get into situations in the red zone, Kate, you can't do it much better than that. After I'd imagined dozens and dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights, and of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
Has this at the 6. This makes it up to the 25. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. That's McLaurin on the quick slant. Reaches the 40. Hits the 20. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 4th quarter lead. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. Well, Brock, it speaks to the constant threats that these slant routes pose, that we aren't all too surprised when one of them breaks for something much bigger than its design, right? And it ends just like it did in a touchdown.
Yeah, Kate, that's exactly right. And the great quarterback coaches, they demand of their QBs to put it right on the money. Because when you hit that exact spot, when you don't slow your receiver down and he can catch a run, especially with the elite athletes at that position in this league, big plays follow.
Gay now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Williams off the play fake. To the left side is hauled in by Loveland. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On play action, here's Williams. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has his man caught by Odunze. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. To the air yet again, Williams. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
It's second down and 10.
Now an inside handoff to Swift. Juke the defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Going one again with Swift. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Williams. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Daniels on first down. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. So after the sack, here comes 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 23-yard.
Another try following the sack. Running right side by McLaurin. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Washington, first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, up to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. Keeps on moving into the red zone. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Commanders 31, Bears 17.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff.
Washington.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Bears about set for their next possession. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a two-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
From the 27. Finds him over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Williams will look to throw. They set up the screen here to Swift. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Chicago first down.
First down, Bears.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. Got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
On play action, Williams. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Bears first down.
Williams to throw on 1st. He finds Odunze running the slant. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Offense in the hurry up here.
12. First down, Chicago.
Off the play fake, Williams. On the move, headed right. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there. Offense up to the line fast.
7-yard line. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Williams from the gun. And he has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears now within 1 score in the 4th. Caleb Williams, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making...
And he'll get into the end zone and make this a 1-score game in the 4th quarter.
Commanders 31, Bears 25.
All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Running it now out of the gun. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, a gain of 9. The Bears decide to call their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Another carry for him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
First and 10.
Slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, and they go right back to it. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down. The Bears going to use their third and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Another catch for McLaurin. Decent game here, but short of the first.
Terry McLaurin. That's a gain of 8. Brings up third.
Back to throw it. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Commanders up by 6. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. And he's going to take a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
The give here on second. Has a lane inside the 35. And he'll finally be taken down at the 25. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
Washington. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
So next to the nation's capital, it's a home win for the Commanders. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
All of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.